That's fucking disrespectful to me, you motherfucker.
What's going on, everybody? It's your boy, the Executioner. And if you don't know, now you know. And off here to my left is my esteemed co-host, Almanac Jack. He's on the attack, and you can't teach that. What's going on, Jack?
What's going on, Executioner? How you doing, man? Welcome, everybody, to another episode of Good Times. That's right. This is the Good Times podcast where it's good laughs, good fun, and it's always a good time.
Damn right.
Executioner, how the hell you doing?
Oh, man, I'm happy.
How happy are you?
I'm happier than Crash Bandicoot in an apple tree.
I don't get it.
Because he likes apples.
Oh, I do too.
Isn't that what he chases the whole game?
I don't know.
I never played Crash.
Hey, who's this guy?
Long leg daddy.
Oh, wait.
Hey, it's Long Leg Daddy-O.
Crawled my way back over here to the set.
That's good. How you doing, man?
Good. How's the set? The set looks good. Way cleaner than last time.
Sure does. Right?
Feels good for me.
Yeah, I know. But but yeah, we got Mr. Long Leg Daddy-O back. We got the GTP crew back together.
Yeah.
Yay.
And guess what?
What?
New shows come out every Thursday.
Yes.
Make sure
best thing ever.
Make sure to subscribe to the show. That way you get it every Thursday, and it'll just pop up right there on your phone. And Mr. Executioner, where can they find the show?
Well, if you don't know, now you're gonna know, because you can go to the goodtimespodcast.com, where you will find all of our podcasts, like on YouTube, Spotify, Apple, and all that other good stuff. And yeah, so if you don't have it, well, go bookmark it right now.
Right now.
Right now.
Right now.
Because tell me what you're doing right now.
Right now.
I also want to give a shout out to Hold Up, who does the theme song. Sorry about that. Who does the theme song for the middle, beginning, and all that good stuff. For what's the name of the song? Somebody help me out here so I don't botch it.
Give life back to music.
That's right. What is it called, Long Leg Daddy-O?
Give life back to music.
That's right. Give music back to your life.
I got the giggles. I gotta say, like, I was listening to the podcast at work, and when you guys came back from the commercial and the music hit, I got dun, dun. Yeah, dun, dun, dun. I got pumped. I was like, yeah. And also, I noticed that you guys had like an ad, I think, or something on the last podcast.
Yep.
That was pretty awesome. What was that all about? I have no idea who it was.
He brokered like the whole deal.
Oh, okay.
So I actually have a really good friend. Shout out to the guys of the Round Table who have.
Pizza?
They run a really cool podcast. I've known the guys for quite some time. They have a couple different podcasts like Hobby Lobby, which you'll probably hear today. You'll hear Sports Society, as well as the guys of the Round Table podcast. So yeah, shout out to them because they're badass.
It just sounded really cool to have somebody else like kind of like chime in and give a shout out to the Good Times, but also have like another like podcast that people could go look forward to. So that was awesome.
Exactly.
I'll be tuning in.
Question.
Yeah.
Is the table really round?
I don't know.
That's a really good question.
Because the table I'm at is square. Your table's rectangle.
Mm-hmm. This is a chair that we're on.
And that's I'll say that's a parallelogram. Well, Mr. Long Leg Daddy-O.
Yes.
What have you been up to lately?
Oh, well, let's see. Dad stuff.
Yeah.
Baby stuff.
Yeah.
Work stuff.
Yeah,
Dave
give
Buster
us
stuff.
give us the good old like 3-week update or however long it's been since you've been on.
Yeah, it's been like 12 years since you've been on.
Yeah, I know, right? I know. Sorry, guys. I was supposed to be on last week, but well, work actually got to me on that one. I heard you guys calling me out on that one.
Yeah, we did.
Yeah, but yeah, it's all right. See, what have I been doing? Working mornings at Dave & Buster's, really slow, also really busy at some days, but making some good cash. Growing the little baby. The baby is now talking. We wake up to her just in the bed. And we look at the monitor, and she's just going crazy, grabbing her feet. Then also went to the snow, though, this last Monday. Oh, my goodness. That was one of the best experiences that I have had in a long time, especially with my dad. Because me and him haven't had like a trip like that in years. I think the last time I saw snow, I was 7 years old. Wow. So about 20 years ago.
Yeah.
Yeah, a long time.
Where'd you guys go?
Went to a little bit past Shaver Lake, and the park was called actually Snow Park.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, just for a little information. Yeah,
that's
Snow
pretty
Park.
cool.
Yeah, but it was awesome.
So what'd you guys do? Did you guys build a snowman, snowball fight?
A couple snowball fights. Got hit in the sacaralysis a couple times by RJ. Shout out to RJ.
You should have hit him in his holy moly onus.
I know. I tried to, but it's a little bit too small. But no, it was me, Victoria, baby, Papa John, and Grandpa Haas went up there. Good.
Wait, the pizza guy?
The pizza guy, Papa John, brings pizza every time we hang out.
He got fired from the NFL.
Oh, damn. What an ass. But right away, he was the first guy. He was like a little thrill seeker. Right away going down on all the I wouldn't call them slides, all the hills, I guess you would say, all the hills of snow. I was afraid, but still went through with it. And then all of a sudden we found the ramp. And the ramp was good times. Not good times for our backs, but good times for videos and just laughter and memories.
Actually, you kind of
I think this can get ourselves a
good time. Damn it, you know where I was going.
That was nice. I like that.
Yeah.
Applause. Hit the applause button. We don't got one yet still? No,
The crowd goes wild.
But anyway, Papa John was the first to go down the hill. Right, he slid right into place. He's going on this little inner tube looking thingy, and he just hit the ramp and went flat back and landed right on his back, lower back.
He went flat back right on his fat back.
Hit it, and then ended up doing a good super duper twister blister. Landed right on his head and stayed in the snow for about like 10 minutes, just laying on his back. We're like, give us a thumbs up. He was okay.
When he went with his head into the snow, I thought you were gonna say he looked like an ostrich when they poked their head in his hand.
Honestly, I was afraid. I was afraid that this guy got hurt. But now he bounced right back. But Haas didn't want to go on the ramp. Haas just went down the hill super fast, but just too scared.
Papa John ended up falling over.
Papa John ended up falling over. I went down the hill.
That video was so funny.
Oh, that was funny, huh?
Yeah.
Yeah, Haas goes down the hill, and if you keep an eye on Papa John, who's just standing still doing nothing, he takes one step and slips. But I literally slipped, like, I think they counted like 15 times. Like, I was just stepping on snow and just gone. And I took a picture, or that's an actual real picture of me running in the frame, and I slipped and I'm on the ground in the picture.
Oh, here's a question. Did you guys have to go get like snow boots or actually take that back? Just what did you wear to the snow? Because snow is wet, obviously.
Yeah, so. Snow's a tricky thing. Like I didn't know. I just kind of wore whatever I thought I was gonna be warm in, but really you got to go there for like got to wear like the sweatpants under the sweatpants, so because the snow gets on you and all of a sudden you're wet out of nowhere, or like a piece of snow gets stuck on your sweater and before you know it just melts and goes into your sweater. I wore straight hoodie, t-shirt, big old cool jacket that I only wore once, and probably the first time and last time I'm gonna wear it. And I wore my rock boots, the rock workout shoes from Under Armour, but those kind of worked out. Haas came in like straight rain boots.
Yeah, I saw that.
Yeah, he was perfect.
Yeah.
How did those work? Because you were asking about that, right?
Yeah.
You were asking about the rain boots.
Did like they work out for? Did like they give him good grip?
He never fell. Yeah, Haas never fell.
Well,
what the heck was that? Earthquake! Yeah, Haas never fell, and he also like sunk into some really deep snow, but obviously didn't go into his shoes. My socks were just wet.
Well, look at it. Now we know what to get when we go to the snow. Just get the rain boots.
Yep.
Grip, dry, and fully functional.
You need to get your soccer-relaces on that one. Like 2 pairs of socks. Yeah, get the yellow ones.
Slacks too.
Tube socks?
Yeah.
You say tube socks?
I would say 2 pairs of socks.
Oh, why?
Yeah.
Why?
One before and one after, because like on the way home, my feet were just wet and cold.
Maybe I just won't wear socks.
That too. You can do that.
It'll be in a rubber boot. It'll be warm.
But you should be. But at the end of the day, it was super duper fun. And also we passed some cool cabins over there, and all I could think about was, man, it'd be cool to rent a cabin with like Almanac Jack and the Executioner.
The name is Almanac Jack.
Yeah, but we should definitely rent a cabin sometime.
Okay.
Whose birthday's coming up? Chris?
Yeah,
there it is.
Next month.
Oh!
Hopefully there'll be still snow by then.
And hopefully I bring you your gift too. I still haven't gave Sal his.
Almanac Jack.
Almanac Jack.
Almanac Jack.
When's the last time you guys been to the snow?
Oh man, I haven't been to the snow since probably high school.
Field trip?
No, just to go.
Oh.
And then Janet's never been to the snow.
Oh.
So like,
Of course.
yeah, she's been to the sand, but not the snow.
Did you know that they call it the sand because it's between the sea and the land?
Really?
No, I don't
Oh.
know. That was just the thing that I heard one time.
That's pretty smart.
What about the snow?
Well, I
It's
don't know.
it's
called
between the sea.
sland.
It's between the sea and the
That's what Chris's neighbor's doing right now. Oh.
Yeah, I can hear him.
You ever been to the snow, Chris? Hey, executioner.
Oh,
Executioner.
We can edit that out.
actually, I have been to the snow.
What's going on?
Once or twice. Well, the first time that I went, I think I told this story before, where I was going down Bunny Hill and stuff like that. Yeah, but it was pretty crazy. As you were talking about, it gets really wet out there.
Mm-hmm.
Were there bunnies on the bunny hill?
There was no bunnies on Bunny Hill besides me. Well, I was more like a chicken, like a big chicken, but it doesn't matter.
He was a cow on ice.
That was a good sound effect
That's a
button
pretty
right
good
there.
sound effect. Good job.
Congratulations.
All right. So,
Wait.
what?
You got a new job.
Yes, I did.
How is that going? Can you give us the D down on that one?
Oh,
the
dude.
I
low
gotta
down?
hear
The
this
D low
stuff.
brown?
Yeah.
So okay, so I had my first day today, and it was a 6 to 2, 6 in the morning to 2 in the evening. So when I get there, sorry, just to recap, I take care of disabled adults. So they're actually kind of. You guys are gross. So it's actually like really like they're really fully like functional, like they're high function, like they're not really like to where you need to like take care of them like way too much. So here's one of the funny here's one of the funny parts already is that one of the guys he was talking about this this trip that he wanted to take to Florida, and he's like, yeah, it's in it's in Pepsi-Cola, Florida. And I was like, Pepsi-Cola, Florida? It's Pensacola, Florida. Yeah, so
Where the big dog's from?
that's right, the
Yeah.
big old dog.
Boo.
So yeah, he was calling it Pepsi-Cola, Florida. So I was like, is that where the Pepsi factory is at? He's like, maybe, but if it is, I want to go. So I'm getting his hopes up.
He sounds awesome.
But yeah, like I basically just like take care of them, kind of like while they're like waking up, while they're like cooking breakfast or something like that. One of the guys, he's like really low function, so like you gotta really like check on him and take care of him a lot more than the others.
Gotcha.
And he's older too, so like it kind of like affects like his function. And I guess like you have to turn him in his sleep so he doesn't get bed sores. But I was kind of fucked up. I was
Oh God. No,
You didn't turn him too hard, did you?
no.
Roll him off the bed.
I got there after all that because like I was with another couple guys in the house, and then I went to across the street to the other apartment, and it's kind of fucked up because like they were saying like, yeah, you got to turn him every 2 hours to make sure he doesn't get a bed sore or anything like that. And in my head, I came so close to saying, I was like, well, yeah, you got to cook him on both sides. And the only reason I thought of that is because I cooked lunch for one of the other guys. I cooked him a pork chop. Him and his roommate. I cooked him pork chops for lunch.
What's the name?
Huh?
What's the roommate's name? Or him and the
I
guy?
can't tell you that.
Can't say that?
No.
Oh, we can't show up there.
That's confidentiality, man.
Yeah,
Patient
I can't tell you that.
confidentiality. Her name is Skeeter, and no.
Yeah, his name's Skeeter and Doug.
There you go. We'll take that.
Okay,
yeah, we'll just
so
use that.
so I was cooking Skeeter's pork chop, and this is funny.
Doug's dog?
That sounds terrible.
Pork chop? Oh no!
Oh no.
Oh, anyway, I cooked Skeeter his pork chop, and it totally blew his mind because he had never had a pork chop like this. I don't know how he's ever eaten pork chops, but like I cooked it both sides, like in the pan with the lid on top, and all I seasoned it with was pepper and garlic salt.
Yeah.
And he ate it, and he's like, "This is really good." this is really good. It doesn't even need A1 sauce. This is really good.
Damn.
And so I was like, oh, cool. He's like, can you teach me how to cook? Fuck yeah, I'll teach you how to cook.
Cool.
So so I'm gonna end up teaching him how to cook.
Yeah.
And then his roommate sleeps like a lot because his night medications are really heavy.
Is
So
this the,
I'm done.
the bed sore guy?
Huh?
This the bed sore guy?
No.
Oh, different guy?
These two guys, they're really high function, so like you can just leave them alone
okay.
basically.
Skeeter and Doug.
Skeeter and Doug.
Oh, okay.
Across the street is I can't think of a.
Roger?
I was gonna say Roger, but I don't have another name for that. Roger and Chalky.
All right.
Roger and Chalky are across the street, and Chalky's like the really high maintenance one. But anyway, I can hear Doug upstairs like snoring so loud. It literally sounded. I was like, holy shit.
Poor guy.
Yeah, but no, he's cool. He likes wrestling.
Oh.
Ah, yeah.
Yeah.
He's a friend of the show.
Yeah,
Friend of the show.
He the whole time he's like, "Hey, do you watch wrestling?" I was like, "Heck yeah, I watch wrestling." And he's like, "Yeah, I really like Razor Ramon. I really like The Undertaker. I like Roman Reigns. I like I like John Cena." And he's like, "Yeah, I went to the show in December and it was really cool." And he has that cup that you have, the one where you ripped off Roman Reigns' head.
I was about to say, does his have Roman Reigns?
Yeah.
Yes.
Watch, he ripped off somebody else. Somebody that we like. He ripped off Seth Rollins.
Yeah, Orton.
Yeah.
Gone.
No.
I hate that Seth Rollins guy.
And
Burn
then
anything down.
He's not an architect. He can't
Yeah.
make me a pork chop.
Like you, Sal.
Yeah.
and then Skeeter, he's a he thinks he's a comedian.
Oh.
And he does impressions.
Oh, yeah.
And oh my god, dude, I was dying because he's like, "Yeah, you know, I do a lot of impressions. I'm a comedian. I've been on a couple talk shows. I've been on Central Valley Talk and stuff." And he was like, "Yeah, we called Rich Little one time, and Rich Little's a really famous impressionist. He does like Ronald Reagan, JFK, Nixon and stuff." And he's like, "Yeah, so I did my impression of Ronald Reagan for him." And Rich Little was just like, "Don't quit your day job." So I was like, "Fuck, dude!" He basically told him he sucked.
Wow.
But
So Rich Little, if you're listening, go to hell.
yeah, don't pick on Skeeter.
Not a friend of the show.
Yeah.
Get out of here.
But it's funny because he was doing his impressions. I was like, all right, well, can you do, maybe like Walter Cronkite? Because he kept saying, he's like, "Yeah, I could do like real people, not just cartoons." Because he was doing like a Mickey Mouse and stuff like that.
You do Kermit the Frog?
He did Kermit the Frog.
Yeah.
Kermit the Frog here.
And he was like, he's like, "Okay, I could do Walter Cronkite." I was like, "Okay, go ahead." "Hi, I'm Walter Cronkite. I do the news. I'm Walter Cronkite, and I do the news." How was that? I was like, "Oh, it's pretty good, man. Yeah." So then he's like, "I could do Tom Brokaw." "Okay, go ahead." "I'm Tom Brokaw. I do the NBC News. Welcome to NBC News." It's the same voice, but it's like what you think of when you hear like kids or something like that.
Yeah.
It's like, "Hi, I'm Tom Brokaw." So I was like, "Can you do Brian Williams?" And I was waiting for him to just be like, "Hi, I'm Brian Williams."
You should be like, "Hi, I'm Troy McClure."
Yeah, basically. But no, dude, it's a really cool job. It's really easy, and like the people are really fun.
Is it in a home or like a?
They're in apartment complexes.
Oh, okay.
So
okay.
where the office is at, there's maybe like 6 or 7, I think, apartments adjacent to it that they're in. But see, in those apartments though too, there's regular people living there. Like, so it's like every other house is maybe like a client's house, and there's like 2 to a house and stuff.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
And you're the only one there overnight?
No, this one was in the morning, 6
okay.
a.m. But I was shadowing this girl today. She was like showing me how to write notes and stuff like that.
You were just over her like,
Yeah, I was like, "What are you writing?"
You smell nice today. Just kidding, Janet.
Yeah.
I'm just kidding, Janet.
Hey, don't put that out there.
You don't be smelling people like that. Only me and Chris.
You can tell us that later.
So, what you do this week?
Hang
not
on.
laughing.
Hang on. Janet works there too.
So not only were you shadowing this girl, but Janet was also shadowing you both. Like, what are you guys doing?
She's like that bigger shadow over you. But Mr. Executioner, what'd you do?
What did I do this weekend?
I played with myself.
Well, besides that, I honestly did not do anything this past weekend that I remember. Did I?
I don't know. Don't
Did
look
I
at
do
me.
anything
Nothing here.
Hey, but while you're thinking of it, there's
talk.
one of the guys. Let's see, what's his name? Roger. That's his fake name. Roger across the street.
Obviously, someone right now thinking of Roger.
Well, that's what I'm saying. Like, there might be somebody listening, and they'll be like, "His name's really Roger? I thought he said he couldn't say the names." Anyway, Roger across the street. We were all hanging out. Like, I'm about to clock out and stuff. I'm hanging out with a couple of the clients outside, and he comes out, and we're like, "Hey, man, what's going on?" And he's like, like all laughing and stuff, and he's walking. One of the monitors was like, "What's up with his shoes?" And I saw his shoes, and they were both untied. So like they're, the strings are flapping around and stuff while he's walking. And I was like, "Hey man, you're gonna trip. Tie your shoes." I'm like, "Don't run," because he started walking back to his house because the monitor said, "Hey, go back to your house and fix your shoes." And so then it turns out, I didn't know this until Janet told me. I was dying laughing at his shoes being untied and stuff, but it turns out his shoes were backwards. He was wearing the left shoe on the right foot the right shoe on the left foot.
Was he walking like this?
Yeah, he started his legs started going outwards, kind of like fucking penguin foot. Yeah, you know who you are, Patty.
Yeah.
Fuck you, Patty.
The return of Patty, and we got Doug and Skeeter too.
Pattyson.
We must have just watched the show Doug, because we got Patty, Roger, Chalky, Doug, Skeeter,
and a pork chop.
And pork chop, yeah.
Oh, sorry.
All we need is like some beats and
We got the beats. We got the beats.
Oh,
Yeah.
But yeah, no, it's a really cool job. I like it.
that sounds really cool. Well, I do want to say that I do remember what I did last night.
Finally.
I remember what I did last
After
week.
you went through your Instagram and saw what you posted, you're like, I remember now.
Wait, I don't post anything on Instagram besides Bible quotes.
yeah. The Lord.
Anyways,
Amen.
so what I did on this past Saturday was go to the newest Healthy Hub.
Oh, you went to the hub?
I went to the Hub. So for those of you who don't know, the Healthy Hub is a very healthy hub. Yeah, you can go check out all them good guys over there. I went to the Healthy Hub and got this bomb-ass Snickers shake. You can go ahead and check them out at _TheHealthyHub_ on Instagram. Find them at 777 East Barstow Avenue, Fresno, California, 93710.
And I got to say, it's really nice. And I'm really impressed and very proud of all of them for opening the Healthy Hub. But did you know that right next door, there's an Asian restaurant that apparently is throwing all their like rice and noodles and grease into the sewer, and so it's backing up the Healthy Hub's drain, and now there's just noodles and orange chicken just floating all in the Healthy Hub right now.
Ew. Are you
serious?
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, but now they finally cleaned it. Yeah, but the restaurant next door ended up just I know I got shocked up. The restaurant next door backed them up for a little bit.
Damn it, restaurant next door.
But they're open now. They're open now.
Oh, okay.
I thought it was David. And that was my first. Like, damn it, David.
He's got a pass to that, because here's a story about David.
Yes. Damn it, I got one too.
Okay, so
I got one too.
my cousin Jeanette and myself and my parents picked him up to go to a 50th anniversary party for some family friends.
Okay.
It was at this VFW hall, and everybody's dancing and stuff. And we're dancing, and David's like, "Hey, I gotta go to the bathroom." Okay, and he goes off. 10 minutes go by. 15 minutes go by.
That's a long time.
30 minutes go by.
Damn.
Jeanette's like, "Hey, where is he?" "Oh, I don't know. I'll go check." I go in there, and I just see somebody standing up in like the stall. I see some feet kind of going back and forth, and I hear like
water.
plunging in water and stuff like that.
He was eating
Yeah, I know, me too.
Wait a minute.
He snuck a PB&J in there. Or he found one in there. That's the worst.
Found some chicken.
You know, David eats too.
Oh,
That's how you get to it. That's
You
how
gotta make this noise, because if you don't get the full taste.
I don't think they cooked it all the way. Might not be cooked all the way.
Oh, I got it.
Anyway, so I go in there and I'm like, "Hey, David, you all good?" Yeah. So I'm like, "Well, what are you taking so long for?" He opens up the door and the toilet is exploded.
Oh no!
Because eventually I start walking on water too. So I'm walking,
Oh.
and I'm like, this better not be piss water. And it's overflowed. It's exploded. It's everywhere. It's on the walls. And I'm like, David, what did you do? I don't know. It was just fine. It went down, but then it came right back up.
Like if it wasn't his fault, he would have got up and wiped his butt and left.
Exactly.
But since he was there trying to fix it, he did it. It was his fault. It was his doo-doo.
His doo-doo exploded this thing. So I said, well, let's get the fuck out of here before somebody sees. So we got out of there and we went to the party and we were doing, all the party stuff. And then by the time we were leaving, we see custodians with cones blocking off the bathroom.
No.
And you could tell they're getting ready. They're putting hazmat suits on and shit.
What if everybody at the party was just dancing and before you know, you just hear and all the water from the bathroom came out to the dance floor.
And the guys go in there. The custodians go in there with their hazmat suits, and on the on the door, there's a bunch of magnetic letters that says "I'm sorry."
And then somebody started leaving on his MySpace. I know what you did.
Just a flashback to last week when I heard about that. I thought about how long it takes to drag the little letters to create something that long to say, I know you took my iPod.
Yeah.
Like it took forever. So that girl was there like plotting that the whole time.
She must have been really dedicated. Yeah.
Patty.
She must have really been convinced about that.
Mm-hmm. You didn't take it though, right?
No.
I know you didn't.
Wouldn't it be funny if years from now, I'm like, Patty, I really took it.
Episode 300, the reveal. Patty, since we made it, I really took it.
We've been building up all these seasons to lead to this moment. Patty, I took it.
and you can listen to all these on your iPod.
Your old first song. I bet you remember this song. Now the next song. Oh,
no, I give her iPod. I'm like, here's your iPod back, Patty. By the way, all my shows are loaded on it. All 300 of them, Patty.
Let's get to 300.
New shows every Thursday, by the way.
There you go. Good one. I remember one time me and Dave went to my brother's house. It was RJ's I think this is his older house. Old house or new house. One of those houses. But anyway, David right away, hey, is there a restroom in here? I think it was the first time he's ever been to that house.
Oh.
There's a restroom in here. Yeah, man, right there. Go ahead. So
He's got a christen it.
Yeah, he does. So of course he's going. I know he's taking a massive doo-doo like he always does, and I'm just sitting there watching TV. And also I realized there goes the 10 minutes, there goes the 15 minutes, there goes the 20 minutes, and I'm thinking maybe this guy's just chilling on his phone, right? And sure enough, you hear the. And then, hey G, help me out real quick. G, is there a plunger? Hey G, there's a plunger. I'm like, shit, David, did you back it up, right? And all you hear is just the garage door opening because no one's home. You just hear the garage door opening. And sure enough, here comes the whole family. All my nieces and nephews run in. Hey, G, hey. Then one of them stops. I think it was Sienna stops. Oh, what's that smell? G, did you take a dump in our bathroom? I'm like, no, I'm right here, but there's somebody else in your bathroom. And you just hear.
They probably thought it was me, huh?
Oh, yeah, probably. They always think it's you. But you just hear, sorry, guys. Sorry. And of course, my loud ass sister-in-law Tina comes in. What the fuck is that? What the fuck smells? What happened? And then
smells like shit.
She always says, you don't take a dump in the bottom bathroom. You just pee in that one. And sure enough, gave David the plunger. 10 seconds, here he comes. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry.
He's already dialing the number to Roto-Rooter.
Luckily, it didn't get on the floor or anything, but that one just apparently clogged up the toilet big time.
Good job, David.
Wait,
good job, man.
Nice job, David.
You got one more for us?
Yeah, I got a small one. One time we went out.
A small caca?
Yeah. This is just a smaller one. No, one time we all went out to. One time we all went out to get sushi at I forgot where it was, but we all went out for somebody's birthday, and David had a shit ton of sushi. Like he was just downing the shit out of the sushi. No pun intended. Shit. So we all go back to Sly's house. And we're all there, everyone's chilling, and then David's like, oh, I don't know, man, my stomach's not feeling too good. So he goes to the restroom, right, and he's in there, 10 minutes pass by, 15 minutes, 20 minutes, and I'm like...
30 minutes.
I'm like, I gotta go check on him, so I go over there, I'm like, hey, David, you okay, man? He's like, yeah, it's just my stomach really hurts, And then he's like, I threw up. I was like, oh, dang, that sucks, man. And I was like, well, I hope you feel better. And as soon as I'm about to say better, he opens up the door and he's like, yeah, look, I threw up a lot. I was like, what the fuck, dude? I just throw them all in the toilet, man. I was like, God damn it.
Jeez.
It was funny, though. It was funny.
Well, David, if you ever listen to the show,
Yes.
you can come on here and defend yourself and your violent poops. And then maybe if you have a story about us blowing up your toilet, which you probably don't.
Nope.
Definitely not.
You can tell it, unless you make one up.
Yeah. Lie.
Oh, man. Well,
I would like to hear a lie.
yeah, it'd be kind of funny because he'd be like, yeah, you were there eating In and Out.
Yep.
And then, you said that your tummy was rumbling.
Long Leg Daddy was there too, remember?
Yeah. And you know who? I think Tina was there.
Yeah.
I think Tina might have been there.
You had your laptop, you just played some Flow Rider?
Yeah.
And then James started mixing it in with a little bit of like, hey baby, ¿qué pasó?
Yeah. Flanger,
backspin.
Then my dad called me, remember?
Flanders.
We had that conversation about the mail.
Yeah, and how his fingers are really dry because of all the letters and
Yeah.
Sorry, David, get on the show and defend yourself.
Yeah.
Yeah, you gotta listen.
Or at least listen to it.
Yeah, I'll say first of all, listen to it and discover that you're actually already on the show.
Yeah, I was kind of a little bit sad when I didn't hear him on the 2 episodes ago with the opening. Did we run out of David clips finally?
Well, it's not that we ran out of David clips. We ran out of suitable for the podcast David clips.
Oh yes. Yeah, I got a couple David clips to lend you guys, but I don't think those are suitable.
Oh, but you know what?
We kicked off of iTunes on that one.
I was talking to him about it, and okay, so here's the thing. I was like, did you finally listen to the podcast? He's like, yeah, I was listening to it. Yeah, cool. But he goes, this is what he says. He goes, I was waiting for myself to come in. You guys were going to talk about me. I was waiting the whole time, but I didn't hear anything. I got like halfway through. I was like, David, you're the first 2 seconds of the damn show. He's like, oh, that was me? Oh, I thought that was you guys just like making it up or something. I was like, really?
It's like, David, you're on the show before us.
Yeah.
You heard David's voice before you even heard ours.
You're technically the Good Times.
Yeah, you're the founding father of Good Times on that one.
And then he told me that one good clip, the one that he's in the car, he's like, it's not my dad. He said that we could use it, but we have to change the name.
Oh, okay. I gotcha. Well, we'll give her a nickname. Canary.
BB Bluff.
I was thinking Canary Thunder or something like that.
Oh, there you go.
What was his real name?
His real name?
Drop it.
Tweety Cannon.
Tweety Cannon.
Yeah.
Tweety Cannon. He changed his name. I was gonna say his real name, but I don't know if I want to throw his real name.
No.
No, we'll let him go.
He changed it?
Yeah, he changed it. His real name is Tweety Cannon now.
What?
Yeah, apparently.
Was it like a meta world
He
peace?
try to message me and stuff like he used to do back in elementary school.
What's up, Canary? tweet.
But yeah, he tried to tweet in my DMs and I shut that down right away.
I don't know who that is.
Oh, we'll let you know right after this commercial break.
That's right. We'll see you on the other side.
The Good Times Podcast is back with the newest product. Yes, I know you remember the hard as fuck peanut butter. But now it's time to get more extreme, more hard. It's time for smooth as fuck peanut butter. 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 Yeah, bitch.
Oh yeah. Smooth as fuck peanut butter. The smoothest peanut butter. Not only on the land, but on your grocery stand. Make sure that you're ready for some more. And also, don't grab that udder. Make sure to grab yourself some smooth as fuck peanut butter. Smooth as fuck peanut butter.com.
Coffee Shop Stories podcast on the Guys of the Roundtable Network takes you into the world of your favorite pastimes and is available every Wednesday on iTunes. Now, back to the show.
We're back here on the Good Times podcast. I hope you enjoyed those commercials, because I know I did. And yeah, turn off that fan in the back there.
Damn,
Hot in here again.
damn fan's always on.
You know how it's going to get even cooler, though? Is by Long Leg Daddy walking his long legs on out of here.
Yeah, long leg daddy got to walk his long legs and long third leg out of here. Because this long third leg made a baby, and that baby is crying right now, and daddy got to go home. Sorry, guys, I'm cutting it a little bit short. I'll try to finish the next half, show up next week just on the second half and just come in on the second half.
Yeah, come on.
But guys, remember, every hour, on the hour, T-Pain Power Hour, Bone Thugs Power Hour at Dave & Buster's. Yeah. You guys come through, I'll make sure I get you guys food and all that goodness for my inconvenience of leaving.
All right, sounds good. I'll be there tomorrow.
All right, then, guys. Well, remember, skeet it up and skeet it out, and I'm out.
All right.
Yeah.
Oh, shit.
Mr. Long Leg Daddy over here.
You can't have me like this. You can't have me like this, and then you're all last second.
These guys don't know how to do a handshake.
Yeah, true. I try to stay away from
You got your keys?
That's my keys. I'm out of here.
You got your wallet? You got your phone?
Wallet, phone.
You got your long leg?
Got my long leg and my third leg.
Okay. Cool. All right, man. Peace.
In the Middle East.
See you later.
Guys, we're almost at 10. Make it to 10, and I'll get you your birthday.
All right.
Just let yourself out.
Speaking of birthday presents.
Oh, sorry. Somebody out here.
I don't know what he said. Anyway, speaking of birthday presents, he still hasn't brought me mine.
Well, now that he's gone, I hate that guy. No.
I know. What's going on? Unprofessional.
Absolutely unprofessional. I can't believe it.
Hey, I was gonna ask you a question.
Ask away.
How well do you know your body?
I mean, I don't know what to say.
Do you know your body parts? More importantly, do you know your male body parts?
Oh my God. I don't have any of that.
He's totally flat.
Yeah. Like the earth.
I was going to do, can you guess the function or the name of the body part?
Oh my God.
So it'll start off really easy. What's a urethra?
Urethra?
Urethra.
Yeah, that's what it is. It's a urethra.
That's the tube where all the pee and the skeet come out.
That's what I kind of figured.
Okay.
That's what I was saying. The urethra. It's your urethra.
It's your urethra, damn it.
Exactly.
How about the meatus?
Oh, damn it. That's the tip?
That's the pee hole.
The pee hole. Yeah.
The good old pee hole. Here's another one. The vas deferens.
The vas deferens?
Yep. Vas deferens.
I'm going to say... Got nothing.
That's the tube that goes from your balls to your wee-wee.
To your W-E.
To your urethra. So that's what delivers all that skeet.
Oh, so that's where the Visecta skeet comes from.
Yep, that's the fire hose.
Poor fire hose is getting snipped.
Next one is the corpora cavernosa.
The corpora cavernosa?
Yeah. Sounds like a wrestler, huh?
Yeah. Corpora cavernosa.
From Pepsi Cola, Florida.
Oh, man, that's too good. I'm going to say that is those are the veins of your, of everything.
It's actually the spongy tissue that fills with blood to give an erection.
Oh.
So you got sponges in your wee-wee.
Good old sponges.
The next one, glands. Glans.
The glands? Well, I mean, I've heard of glands before, but as in terms of where, the only thing I can think of is around your helmet.
That is the helmet. The glans is the helmet.
Oh, okay.
It's the whole head.
So
The next
enough.
here's a good one. The perineum.
The perineum?
Yeah.
Oh man. The veins. This is my go-to every time.
The perineum is the spot between your balls and your butthole, aka
as
the gooch.
the G-huge. Good
The
old G-huge.
gooch. That's right. And the last one, the mons pubis.
Oh, the Mons.
Think of
I that's exactly what I'm thinking of.
what's the name of the show?
The Mons.
What's the name of the show?
I don't know.
Big
It's on
Mouth.
Netflix. Yeah,
Big
there you
Mouth.
go. The Mons.
Oh, gee, Andrew, don't touch my mons. Do you know?
I'm trying to I don't remember. I know I've heard of it from that show.
It's the pubic area, the part with all the hair.
That's what I was thinking too. Right above the belt.
Yep, or below it, depending on where your belt line is.
I got nothing.
So speaking of this all stemmed because I heard a lady at work, and she was like, I think with 2 kids maybe, and one of them was inside the basket,
Okay.
and there's already groceries and stuff in there, and they came in the chip aisle, and all I heard was, "Don't bite the hot dog." And I was like, what?
What?
I turned around and looked, the kid's fucking biting on the hot dog package. He's all, "Don't bite the hot dog."
Don't bite the hot dog.
So then that's where I got the idea. I was like, wonder if we know all of our body parts, which we
Yeah.
don't. But here's an even better part. Diseases of the penis.
Oh no. So just a shout out to Dick Cough. We've had the Dick Cough on a previous episode, and now we're bringing it back full force. Good old dick disease.
And the good old double P stream.
Oh man, you still need that checked out.
So okay, the first one's easy. Erectile dysfunction.
Oh yeah, it's when
You can't get it hard.
Oh really? No, I'm just kidding.
I know.
That's what alligators get. Erectile dysfunction.
Nothing goes to the corpora cavernosa. So think of it that way. The sponge doesn't fill up with water.
Oh yeah.
The next one. Preapism.
Preapism?
Yeah. Excuse me.
It's when your application in your P-apinum preely opens before the apinum is supposed to open.
What are you doing? Peeling it?
Well, I'm just thinking because maybe your penis is like, I don't know, a robotic phone and it has an app on it and opens up prematurely.
Dude, how long will it take to put apps on a dick?
Oh god, that's called the mark of the beast and the mark of the dick.
A preapism is an abnormal erection that doesn't go away after several hours, even though stimulation has stopped. So when you hear all those commercials for Cialis and Viagra, it's like, if your erection lasts longer than 4 hours, please go see a doctor.
No, it says
That's what
please
it
call your doctor. And all I can think of is, okay, if I still have an erection after all these hours, why am I calling my doctor? I'm calling one of my women, or unless my doctor's hot, I don't know. Maybe I'll just call my doctor.
Yeah, you're using that thing.
Yeah, exactly, right?
You're wearing your woman out and then finding out whoever else you can wear out too. It's like, put this thing down on me. The next one is hypospadias.
Hypospadia. Let's see here.
This one's kind of funny.
Hypospadia is when you constantly get the feeling of an orgasm, but you're never jizzing.
You're just walking around. Your face is.
Oh my god, dude, that'd be so bad. You're like, yeah, I'm finally gonna meet my girlfriend's parents today. Hi, how's it going? My name is. Oh shit.
It's like, how are you? I hope you're doing good. Hypospadias is a birth defect in which the opening for urine, aka the meatus hole,
Okay.
is on the front or underside rather than the tip of your penis.
Oh, wow.
So you can either pee up or down depending on where your hole ends up going.
Could you imagine just like pointing straight and it just goes straight down?
That'd make a urinal pee easy.
Yeah, that's true. That's
Or
true.
what if you whip it out and you're gonna go pee and then right in your face?
Yeah, but that would also make a regular toilet pee easy too. But if it's on the top part, how the hell does that work?
It's just
you have to go in and you have to like Spider-Man upside down.
Hey, that's why you see those signs where they're saying like "Don't stand on the toilet" or "Don't hang off the rack" and stuff. I think that they made that for them.
Oh my god!
I had a good joke, but never mind.
Oh, I'm hurt.
Peyronie's disease.
Well, the pepperoni disease.
Pepperoni's disease.
What is it called?
Peyronie's.
Peyronie's?
Yeah.
I'm gonna say that's when you only get hard whenever you hear the sound of a dog.
Whenever you hear the sound of a pepperoni.
Whenever you hear the sound of payday. Ching ching. Ah!
Peyronie's disease is an abnormal curvature of the shaft.
Better known as banana dick.
I was gonna say, better known as boomerang dick.
Wow. And that's another one of you have to probably jump upside down in that urinal or in that toilet and make sure you go downward.
Yeah. The next one is chordy.
Chordy?
Chordee. Chordy.
It sounds like chorizo and penis all in one word.
This chordy over here has a chody. A chode is a really, really like tiny, but fat weenie. That's a chode.
It's very girthy.
But a chody, guess what chody is?
Chody is a guy named Chad and Cody at the same time.
When they DNA digivolve.
Yeah, they're Chody.
Chody is an abnormal curvature of the end of the penis present from birth. So imagine if the penis goes straight.
He's showing this to me, by the way.
Yeah, I'm whipping out my chordy.
Oh, yeah. No, not like that. He has a pencil.
Yeah. So it's like, as if it's like this, but then instead of the tip like this, it like goes off to the right or to the left. So imagine if you had like it's a bendy straw. It's a bendy straw.
That reminds me of I was watching The Office, and so Andy brings everyone into the conference room to show them about how to put condoms on. And so he's all like, "Yeah, so I'm going to show everybody how to put condoms on." So everyone starts laughing, right? And he's like, "No, seriously, guys, I'm going to show you guys how to use a condom. Does anybody have a banana?" And so everyone keeps laughing, right? And then he's like, "No bananas. Well, then I'll just have to use this pencil."
Oh, it works too. Here's an easy one.
It was awesome.
A micro penis.
Oh man, I think isn't that when you have to you have to get a microphone glass?
A microphone penis?
Oh my god, a magnifying glass just to see it. A small toad.
Yeah, it's a really, really tiny wee wee. A microphone penis. They're all like, check 1 2, check 1 2.
No, but the funniest part about it is it's somebody else that's doing it, but the guy can hear it in his mind.
Yeah,
like reverb and everything.
Hey, when you were young, what did you think a blowjob was? Like, did you think it was like them just blowing on your dick?
Honestly, I don't remember. I don't think I even knew what that was when I was younger.
Really?
Yeah, dude.
So then how old were you when you figured out what it was?
Maybe when I first got one. I won't say what age that is because people are out there listening. It's like,
the girl just comes like, "Can I lick your wee wee?"
Yeah, so I didn't know that. But there's a lot of good stuff like that. Like when people would think, when people would wonder what sex was, and they'd be like, "Oh, it's when you put it in the belly button."
It's when you put it in the ear.
Yeah. The good old 5-hole.
So the last disease. So we'll see. You got to really believe that the 4 holes there.
Well, let me get this in before we get to the final dick disease. We're gonna get the dick of the day, dick of the day. So I can get that dick clip in there.
Okay.
There you go. Go ahead.
Oh, okay. So this one is urethritis. Urethritis.
Oh man, that must be when shit. I don't know, inflammation to your urethra.
Yeah, you got it right.
All right.
Inflammation or an infection.
Yeah.
So your urethris might have your
Oh my god.
Your urethritis might have arthritis.
Well, that's where I heard the itis, and I was like, okay, I know what that is.
I heard the itis.
I heard the ballinitis, tendinitis,
The good old ballinitis.
good old James Laurenitis, ballinitis.
Okay, but going back to like when we were young, how old were you when like you figured out like what sex really was?
I think I was like 9. I think I was like 9 because like I mean I had like always heard about it, but then it wasn't until my parents like gave me the talk. Like the talk.
Like they really gave you like a whole like birds and the bees kind of talk?
Yeah, well at first no. It was more so like they just kind of told me the basic of what it was. It wasn't like, but what I do remember was that I couldn't stop giggling because I'm like 9 years old, right? He said penis. So so they were trying to scare me by telling me, well, if you have sex like way too many times with different partners, your penis will fall off. And I was like, what? My dick's gonna fall off?
They get smaller every time it goes in and out.
Oh my god. Yeah, so that was about for me. What about you?
Dude, I got exposed to like sex like real easy. You know why? It's because I found my dad's magazines.
Oh my god!
No, dude, I was really young when I found my dad's magazines.
Really?
Yeah, I was maybe like 6.
Shout out to your dad.
Shout out to my dad. Well, it's because he built the what do you call it? Like his own like branch of a bathroom attached to his garage.
Okay.
So he had all his magazines there when him and his friend would come over, whenever they go to the bathroom, I guess when they're taking a shit, they're just looking at naked chicks.
Wow.
Yeah.
But that's kind of how it was though with Playboy back in the day. People would just like look at Playboy, like that was like the thing,
Yeah, when you go to the bar or something like that, there'd just be a bunch of naked hustlers or something like that.
Yeah, that's still kind of crazy to think about because like that doesn't happen today. You don't see that at all.
They get in trouble.
Yeah, true.
They get in trouble for that so fast. So fast because somebody would report it in and say that, oh, this is inappropriate. This is lewd.
Nude, and lube.
But I was gonna say, yeah, that seems like it's like a older guy thing too. Like that's when like I guess those kind of magazines started coming out is when they were high school, college, or something like that.
Right.
And they're just like, fuck yeah, tits. Let's see you.
What's funny is that there was this school down the street from me called Erickson. And from where I grew up, and a bunch of us, there was like, how like when you're younger, somebody's like, oh yeah, I heard that there's a rumor that something happens, whatever. Well, there was a rumor that was going around that if you go to the top of the school, like get onto the roof of the school, there was like porno magazines up there.
Dude, St. Helens had that same rumor.
Really?
Yeah, they said it was.
Did you ever get up there?
No, because they said it was in the boys' bathroom. Like there was a door.
Oh,
like
I forgot about that.
Like half a story up.
It's like a crawl space.
I guess so. And they said that there's like old porno magazines and stuff in there.
What the heck?
But we never like got enough trash cans to like stack them and try to see what was going on.
Well, I can definitely tell you that I and a bunch of other of my friends ended up on that roof, and there were in fact porn magazines.
No way.
Yeah, that was how I first got my first porn magazine.
That's
basically
awesome, dude.
Yeah.
That's straight up like the Goonies. Like there really is a hidden treasure.
But it's crazy because at the time, you're not like thinking about like this is like a classic rumor.
Yeah.
Truth rumor. Like
yeah.
it being fact. And Now that I think about it, I'm like, damn, that's crazy. Like, it really happened.
That's awesome. You found One-Eyed Willie's treasure.
Oh,
And then you started playing with your One-Eyed Willie.
Yeah.
That is crazy.
Yeah, it was a thing. And I had that. Well, okay, so there was one magazine. So it was like me and two other friends, and we all just like ripped up like a third of each one of them, and we all just took it home. Like,
And you're going through the pictures like you're whacking off. You're like, damn it, I wanted to see what happens next.
and there was always that joke back in the day for older people. Oh yeah, I only get Playboys for the articles.
Yeah, I really like the writing. Yeah, the writing on her boob.
Dear Penthouse.
Dude, we should do that. We should try to like write like funny erotica.
Oh my god.
We'll have to do that one of these days. Like we'll write it out and then like we'll recite it on the show.
Okay, I'm down with that. That'd be cool.
Yeah,
I think that would be super.
But like we'll make rules for it and everything. Well, that'll be a future episode.
All right.
Yeah.
All right. Yeah. That's cool with me.
No, that's crazy though. What other school rumors like were there? Like there was always like, like your permanent record.
Mm-hmm.
Did you ever hear like oh, this is gonna go on your permanent record?
No, No. Well, yeah. Actually, yeah. Now that I think about it, yeah, because it would always be like the people would always talk about like if you go to detention or something. Oh, it'd always be on your permanent record.
Yeah.
And you know what? My mom used to tell me that all the time. If you go to detention or if you get suspended or if you get expelled, it's on your permanent record forever.
Yeah.
Like, what? Like, so you're about to get into a really good school in college, and they're like, it says here you got suspended in 3rd grade.
Yeah.
We can't let you in now. You're a hoodlum.
You got suspended, have you?
Yeah, at St. Helens.
What was that for?
For too many detentions.
Oh, okay.
So there was like
How many did you have though?
I don't remember. Apparently there was a threshold of if you get so many detentions that you get suspended.
Okay.
So what ended up happening was I was over that threshold, but nobody had noticed. And there was this one day, it was me, Juan, and Justin, of course.
Okay.
The Executioner, Justin and Juan, Eminem, and what should we call Juan?
Juan.
So the Executioner, Eminem, and Juan. No, we were out sitting. We were just out in damn it though. We're just eating lunch out and about, whatever.
Okay.
And so we were all laughing, and we were all just laughing because we were just super giggly at the time. I don't know what Sal's looking at. Sal was looking at his microphone. Very odd. You might have to look at this, Janet. Anyways, so we were all out there. We were giggling, laughing, just laughing hella hard. And then like one of the teachers, I think it was Mr. LaFay, he starts getting mad. Like, you guys need to calm down. You guys are laughing too much. Yeah, St. Helens is the only school I ever went to where I would get detention for laughing. So fuck you guys, you bastards. Anyways, so
Yeah, well, I guess you can't laugh at a Catholic school.
So we continue laughing, and he comes
suck
back.
the soul out of you.
So he continues laughing, and he comes back, and he's like, "You guys, seriously, this is your last warning." And we're like, all right, we're not laughing, we're just talking, whatever. We finally calm down. And then Justin pulls out a banana. He starts to peel it. And he wasn't doing this on purpose. He starts to peel it, and for some reason it's already cracked in the middle. So it just falls over. And we all just started dying. And after that, he's like, hey, what did I tell you guys? And we all ended up getting detention. And then that's when he figured out, he's like, you know what? I just realized that you're way over the detention threshold. It's like, well, it sounds like
how many is that? Like,
I don't know.
5, 10?
No, I got detention at least 10 times.
Oh, okay.
At least 10 times. And then
would your mom and dad like get mad at you for detention?
They never knew about it.
Oh.
Yeah.
Well, they have to sign some paper, don't they?
Did they?
I don't know.
Probably
just forged it, huh?
Yeah. It wouldn't be the first time, but the crazy thing was that I ended up doing my suspension and whatever, but they told my mom that in order for me to come back, I have to go to counseling.
What?
I have to see a counselor. So I went to the counselor, right? And at first I'm like, this is not really fair. And you know, how it is with your parents, like your parents aren't usually on your side. They're like, you know, you fucked up, so this is your problem. You have
this
to
is what you get.
Yeah, this is what you get. But my mom, she was like on my side about this because I went to the first counseling session, right? And the guy's like literally asking me like, how do you feel? You know, what is it that makes you rowdy or what
so this is like a real like
therapy.
Psychologist or stuff?
Yes.
What the fuck?
And I remember sitting there and thinking like, why am I even here? So we, after like the hour, we leave and my mom looks at me and she goes, do you want to come back? And I'm like, no, not really. And she's like, okay, well, you don't have to, because that was like a weird session. Like it was like an actual psychiatric evaluation.
What
like
the
I was
fuck?
crazy. So my mom told them like, no, he's not gonna do it. And so they're like, all right, he can't come back. So that's when I ended up leaving.
Wow.
Yeah.
I never knew that.
Yeah, crazy, right?
What the? That's weird. Like they want to like change you fucking in your head and all that bullshit.
Yeah, I was just a regular kid. It's just that, you know, Juan and Justin were, I mean, they were a very good influence.
Yeah.
And they were always fucking around. So I was just around that, you know?
Yeah.
Like they were my friends. So that's just how it was.
Damn, that's crazy.
Crazy, right?
What
about you?
I got suspended in 6th grade. Yeah, 6th grade. And it was after school I got suspended. And
Oh God.
you want to know what it was for?
Yes.
I pantsed Jimmy.
Oh, I forgot about Jimmy.
Yeah. It was we were in basketball practice.
Oh,
and
my
Jimmy
God.
had pantsed this kid named Marshall.
Uh-huh.
And I was
Damn it,
like,
Marshall.
so I was like, watch this. I'm gonna go pants Jimmy. So I go over and he just finished the layup and then whoop, pulled down his shorts and whoop, and dude, all of a sudden here comes Miss Winstead. Salvador! I'm like, oh fuck.
Fuck.
She's all, come over here now. So she's over here and she's giving me the whole business and stuff. And like, I'm like, all right, I know it is technically wrong, but I mean, we're just a bunch of dudes
just fucking around.
you know? Yeah, fucking around. And then she ends up calling my mom over. And she's all like trying to tell my mom all kinds of stuff. And like, I got this face on where I'm like, oh, you're just blowing out of proportion now.
Yeah, yeah.
And I got this face on and she's all like, and you better wipe that smart Alec face off of you right now. And like, I'm like this. and
He's
like
making the rock face.
yeah. And it's funny because like I didn't change my face at all. And she's all, that's better. So I'm like, what are you even looking at, dumbass? And she's yelling at me,
man.
and I can't help but laugh because she's wearing a Winnie the Pooh shirt. So fucking Winnie the shit.
You know what's funny about Winnie the Pooh? He's already pantsed.
Yeah, he's walking around with no pants on.
Yeah, he got pantsed already. So what? This is hypocriticism, all at its finest.
She's a hippocrip.
Yeah,
About the size of a hippo, too.
Damn.
So yeah, the next day we had, I think, an assembly or something like that, and then at the very end of it, no, take that back. It was just church. We just had a mass, and at the very end of it,
Same thing, assembly church.
yeah. So at the end of the mass, the principal got onto the mic, and she's all like,
Oh, God.
she's like, I've been informed of something that happened yesterday, and this is inexcusable of what's going on. And she said. She didn't say what it was because I guess she didn't want to give other people like, hey, go pants people.
Yeah,
you know?
yeah.
So afterwards, she's all like, and I want to see the people that were involved in it right now.
Oh my.
So instead of just me and Jimmy, it ended up being like Marshall and a bunch of other kids from his class. And she's like, you guys know what you did, and you're suspended. Don't come back until next week. Idiot move because it was Friday and it was a half day, so we got out at 12:30.
God.
So I got suspended for a half a day because she's a fucking idiot.
Oh my goodness. That's pretty fun. I remember Jimmy. Do you know what he's up to?
I don't know, dude. The last thing I heard about him was that he got a motorcycle, and I was like, that's not good.
I always remember that he just looked like a white Gumby. He was just really tall and lanky.
He's Jumby.
Jumby. He was cool though.
In 4th grade, I forged my mom's name on a.
Did you?
because you lost a star instead of getting detention, and this was maybe like beginning of February, and I forged my mom's name because I lost a star for something, and my mom's signature is really easy. Watch, I could do this for you right now.
He's doing it right now.
That's it. It's just super easy.
Jeez.
And she
it's just the drawing of a dick.
Yeah. So the teacher like a couple days later, I think maybe at the beginning of the next week, she was like she's like, kids, we have a real problem because I know some of you forged your parents' names on your detention slips. I was going over them and I was like, oh fuck. And so she's like I want you to come after class and tell me. And basically turn yourself in.
Did you do it?
Okay, so one day went by, and then the next day I was like the guilt is getting to you.
Oh,
because
no!
I'm like, oh,
this is back in the day when Sal actually cared a little bit about guilt.
This is when I had a conscience. No, dude, I was a bitch back then because like growing up in a Catholic school, like you get that way.
of course.
So anyway, like I'm like, oh, okay, I'll do it. I go after class and I tell her, I was like, Miss Pavondi, I forged my mom's name on my paper, and she's all like, oh, you did too? And instantly I was like, fuck, I shouldn't have said that. She had no idea. She was talking about a totally other girl that forged her mom's name on her paper.
Oh my god!
And I saw the girl's thing on the table, and it looked like shit, dude. Like it was like just like a bunch of swirls or something like that. And I was like, fuck, I could have gotten away with this. And so she asked me, she's like, but why? Why would you do it? I don't get it. But why? And I was like, well, in the fourth grade, so like I'm starting to cry. Well, my mom said if I lost the star, I couldn't have a birthday party. And so then she was all like, all right, well, I can see that you're sorry, but I want you to tell your mom about this because she deserves to know and to know what you did. And I was like, okay. I left. I didn't tell my mom.
Yes, and that was the day the conscience went away.
That's right. The fucking cricket went off my shoulder, dude. Yeah.
Dude, that's super funny. Well, you know what's funny is that my niece, it's funny, my niece, dude, she's gangster as hell. She always does some crazy shit like this. So she has this reading log, and this was like a couple years ago, and and Fernie comes up to me and he's like, yeah, did you hear about Audrey? She forged her mom's signature.
Oh my
I was
God.
like, what? I was like, you have to tell me what happened, right? I'm like, this is already crazy. Like, she's already gangster enough. Like, she's doing this shit now. So I guess what ended up happening was she has a reading log, and she basically has to read it, and then she reads, and then her mom ends up signing it off like after she's done.
Okay.
So I guess her mom was like, oh, where's your reading log? And she's like, oh, it's over here. And then she's like, okay, did you read? She's like, yeah. She's like, okay, bring it over here so I can sign it. And she looks at her and she goes, oh no, I already signed it. Turned out she had been signing it for like weeks.
Whoa.
And her mom wasn't even mad because for one, my niece is like really disciplined and she's really trustworthy.
Sure.
So it's like, we all knew that she was actually doing the work. But just signing the signature wasn't even really a big deal. But I was just thinking to myself,
but little did you know,
like, holy shit, like she's just signing her signature, and
that's
that was
crazy.
I wish I was that trustworthy when I was younger.
Oh, I know.
But I think it was just because all I did was play games and fuck around.
Yeah, well, I think I could have gotten away with stuff like that.
Well, yeah,
I'm
if your
sure
mom's
I got away with
signatures like that.
Yeah. Well, I'm sure I got away with tons of other stuff like that.
Oh man.
But like I can't think of it right now just because it's not in that certain situation. I'm not thinking about it. But dude, the funny thing with my fourth grade teacher is that it was her first year there.
Oh.
And she had this system called Pavondi bucks, where
she had P-bucks.
Yeah.
The first ever virtual currency.
So it would be these little like pieces of paper that look like dollar bills, and it said pay Vondi bucks on it and be worth certain things. You know,
Wow.
It had like 1, 5, 10, and I think 20 on it. And if you would like raise your hand and answer a question right, you'd earn pay Vondi bucks. Or if maybe you didn't lose a star for the week, you'd earn a thing. Right. And it was funny because they would split us up, I think, for what do you call it? Computer class at the time, because the computer room was really small. Mm-hmm. And so half the kids would go and we'd be working on like an art project or something like that.
Okay.
And after we'd be done, she'd be like, all right, well, some of you, since you're done, go ahead and go clean, like the desks or something like that. Go clean, the workstation and stuff. I'm like, okay. I'm going around, I'm cleaning people's desks, and they're paid Vondi bucks right there. I'm like, fuck yeah. Taking a bunch of pay Vondi bucks from everybody's desk because you could turn them in for candy.
Really?
Yeah, you could turn them in for like chocolate and like real dollars that we would get to use at the snack bar during recess. So, dude, I would fucking jack hella pay Vondi bucks from her.
That's super funny.
And it's like funny because she didn't think that like, wow, Sal's got a lot of pay Vondi bucks. What's going on?
I was gonna say.
And all of a sudden, Christine over here doesn't have any, but she's been answering all the questions.
She was already eating candy as it was, but
no, she had a problem of like throwing up in her desk. So I didn't take her pay Vondi bucks.
Throwing up in her desk so this was back at the time when you had a lift up desk or whatever.
No, it's like the desk, but then like the slot in front, so where you can pull out your books and stuff, and your
Damn,
stuff.
that takes me so
like she would like I guess bend over and just like right in the desk. And,
what?
Because there's a little pencil tray in there, and fucking juice and shit be floating in there.
Oh,
it was gross, dude. I was like, you're fucking nasty.
That's so
nasty.
gross, dude. Oh, I don't even know what I do.
Yeah,
I don't know. Like the same thing though. I don't really know anything like that I got away with that I can think of as of right now. But I know I got away with a lot of shit because, I mean, for one, my parents really did trust me like a lot. Like they gave me a lot of freedom where I could just ride my bike out into the neighborhood until like 5 o'clock, and then as long as I'm home by a little bit after 5, then I was all good.
Yeah.
And yeah, dude, I mean, I never really did anything to not gain their trust or lose their trust, I should say. So I always had that freedom and whatnot. But I can't think of like really anything off the bat. Damn it!
I had all that trust too. Like my rule was like, as soon as it starts to get dark, like that's when you gotta come inside.
Yeah.
I could go to like the comic book store like down the street on my bike, and they'd let me go. Just, like, hey, I'm going to Neil's, and they're like, oh, okay, go ahead.
Oh, you live by Neil's?
Yeah.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah, dude, Neil's Cards and Comics was the shit.
It really was. That was awesome.
I bought all my Yu-Gi-Oh cards there and my comic books. I only went there like
once or twice. And then there was the one in the mall in Fashion Fair, A to Z.
Yep, it's still there.
It is?
Uh-huh.
Where?
Somewhere.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah, it's in there somewhere.
It's just in like a trash can somewhere.
It's in like a tiny room like this.
Oh,
they still got like collectibles from like 1998 in there.
Nobody's fucking bought it.
No.
Poor guy. He's like got the same card.
He's all like, I live here now. This is all I can afford.
Oh my god, dude.
But yeah, dude, I kind of honestly, I kind of wish I would have taken advantage of that more.
Same.
like how trusting they were,
dude. Same here.
But now I'm thinking, I'm like, well, as a parent, I'm not going to trust my kids.
But dude, that's so funny because Audrey and Fernie, as they grew up, they always tried some shit, but it was like me and Rick, and we'd always be like, no.
Come on, guys.
We wrote the book on that, okay?
Yeah.
We know what you're doing.
Yeah.
Calm down. Like,
yeah.
You can't use those tactics on us, even though I'm pretty sure she's gotten away with a lot of shit.
Oh, sure.
Well, I will tell a story about her getting away or almost getting away with some shit. So it was me and Hugo. So Hugo comes over, but I'm watching her and this other kid named Bob. You know Bob. Andos. So we were all in there just chilling, and then Hugo goes. I don't know. I don't remember where Hugo went. Hugo went somewhere
to hell,
and Hugo went somewhere, and I went somewhere, and then I think it was in the living room, and then I come back, and Hugo's like, "Hey man, have you seen my wallet?" And I was like, so like the first thing in my mind is, shit, like he's probably gonna blame me or something, you know.
Yeah.
Or think about like,
Sure.
Is it you? And we're really good friends, you know. I don't want that trust to be like broken or anything. He's like, no, seriously, like, did you take my wallet? Like, I'm not playing around. I'm like, fuck, like no, like what happened? Like, what did you have in it? And he's like, I had like over $300 in there, and like my all kinds of shit and like stuff like that. And I'm like, $300? I was like, holy shit, why are you carrying around $300? And he's like, oh, well, it was I had to take it to my mom, blah, blah, blah. So I'm like, oh, shit, this is bad. So I called Bob and Audrey into the room. I'm like, hey, did you guys see a wallet? Did you guys take a wallet? You know, anything? And they're all both like, no, didn't take anything, blah, blah. Like, okay, you know, like, and then so we're kind of looking around, making sure he just didn't, you know, put it around somewhere. And I was like, we can't find it anywhere. And at this point, I'm thinking like, oh, Chris took it. That's all he's thinking. Chris knows where it is. He's being a dick. He saw $300. Now he's taking it. And then so I was like, all right, I got to go into dad mode here and really get this out of the kids. So I asked Audrey again. I'm like, hey, did you take it? You have to tell me if you took it. And then she's like, no, I didn't take it. I'm like, I had a feeling it was her. Mm-hmm. So I go to Bob.
Why? By like the way she was saying it?
Yeah.
Okay.
No. Well, you just get that intuition. Like, it's you. I know it's you.
Okay.
So then I'm trying to get it out of Bob, and I'm like, Bob, what did you do? What did you see? And I'm like asking him all these questions, right?
How before you answer, how old are they?
Well, all I know is that Bob wasn't old enough to talk, so he was just like, so it was like interviewing a dog, basically. So finally,
Bob the dog.
So finally, he gets enough out where he's like, "Yeah, I saw her in there. Like, I saw her in the room." And then so I told her, I was like, okay, now we're getting to the point where I have to try something different than being like going into dad mode. So I was like, okay, you need to tell us where the wallet is. And I just want you to know that you're not going to get in trouble for it, because this has now gotten to the point where this is like past serious. Like, we need to know, you know, like, we need to know this. And then finally, like, she goes into my room and she put it all behind a box. And there was like cards, library card, money, the wallet. There was all kinds of stuff back there. She just like pulled it out of the wallet for some reason.
What the heck?
Yeah.
So the wallet was all there and everything was taken out?
Yeah.
What the heck?
Yeah, dude. It was crazy.
Come on, poop.
I know. And like she really never did anything like that after that. Honestly, when you're like young like that, you just do stuff and you're not thinking like the consequences.
You just do stupid shit.
Yeah. And you're not thinking of the I don't like to use this word, but gravity of the situation, you know, like you're not thinking of that. And that kind of happened to me too, where I was like around 8 years old. I went to my cousin's house and he had a Game Boy, and it was like the coolest thing ever. I didn't have a Game Boy, and I was like, dude, this is fucking awesome. But he never played it. He never fucking played. He just threw it in his drawer, and that was it. And so I was like, you know what? They're not playing this, so I'm just gonna take it home. So I took it home, and I was like, well, I'll just bring it back next week because it was a Friday. So I was like, I'll bring it back next Monday because I go there every single day, because that's where they were watching me, like when my mom had to work and stuff like that, and my dad had to work too. And so it's like Saturday, and I'm sitting in my room, and I have the door closed and everything, and the blinds all down and everything. So they're probably like, what the fuck is he doing in his room? I'm playing Game Boy.
Yeah.
So I'm playing Game Boy, and my mom comes around. I think it was my mom or my dad. I'm pretty sure it was my mom. She comes around the backside of the window in the backyard, and she kind of peeks in, and she sees me playing with the Game Boy. And then she comes and knocks on the door, and she's like, come here. And I'm like, okay. And then she's like, whose game system is that? And I'm like, what game system are you talking about? You know, being stupid. She's like, you already know what I'm talking about. I'm like, oh, the Game Boy. Yeah. It was my cousin Andy, like my good cousin Andy, whatever. And she was like, you know, we haven't seen Andy in over 2 years, right? I was like, shit.
Damn.
And I was like, well, I took it from so-and-so's house, my cousin's house. And she was like, okay, well, you have to write a letter and read it in front of them, apologizing for taking the Game Boy.
What the heck?
So I get there.
Well, it's better to go into a counselor.
So I get there on Monday, and I have to sit down in front of the whole family, my aunt, my uncle, my 4 cousins. Oh no, it was like 3 of my cousins. They all sat there on the couch, and I read this stupidest letter. It was like, I'm so sorry that I took the Game Boy, and like
I just really wanted to play Pokemon.
And honestly, dude, nobody gave a fucking shit.
How did I know that was coming?
My cousin was like, "Oh yeah,
coming.
you could have just asked me. I would have just let you borrow it." And then a few months later was my birthday, and guess what I got? A Game Boy Color.
Hey. Well, at least your mom knew what to get.
Yeah, I know, right? Well, at least I know what to get now.
Nice. That's cool. Well, I think we're about ready to wrap up here.
Yeah, wrap it up and skeet it up.
We had some good stories. We had, instead of a run in, we had a run out.
We had an exit, a Brexit.
An abrupt exit, yeah. But no, it was still a good show. I think we covered some interesting topics. We learned a little bit about our bodies. and the diseases, but not how to prevent them.
Yeah, we didn't live well. That's the next show. Tune in next week to learn how to prevent these diseases.
We learned not to bite the hot dog.
Yeah.
And then we also learned where Mr. Longleg Daddy-O went to the snow and about my new job.
Dude, that snow thing was awesome. Your job thing was awesome too. But dude, the videos that you sent me, great. The videos that James put up, Longleg Daddy-O put up.
Longleg Daddy-O.
Dude, those videos, the slow motion stuff was absolutely hilarious. Rest in peace, Papa John. He got absolutely destroyed.
Oh my God, he's just standing there and whoa, and he falls over.
Or when he like goes off the cliff and then he goes backwards and you just see him get whiplash, slow motion.
Oh man, well that means it's your turn this coming week to send funny videos since we both did ours.
I gotta figure something out now.
Oh man. But we'd like to thank everybody for listening to the show. Don't forget to subscribe and listen to the show every Thursday, because that's when the new shows drop.
Yeah.
And we'd like to know, Mr. Executioner, where can they find you on the social stuff?
Yes, indeed. Where can you find me on the social stuff? First and foremost, I have to say thank you to Yeshua for allowing me to do this, aka Jesus, same thing, but not really. And I also want to tell everyone to keep it flat. And you can go ahead and find me on Twitter at the THE Executioner, XEK-utioner, or you can find me on the gram of Insta at the_Herbalutioner, HERBA-lutioner. And if you want to find me on Facebook and whatnot, you can go ahead and look up Chris Clips Hernandez. CLYPSE is the Clips. And yeah, I also want to say thank you everybody for supporting us, listening. Anything that you do really goes a long way. Whether you show someone the podcast, we really appreciate any support, because we absolutely love doing this, and I know I can say it on behalf of Sal as well. This is so much fun. What about you, Sal? Where can they find your social security, your credit card number, and your date of birth?
In my wallet. No, you can find me on Twitter, Instagram, and I just realized that my Snapchat is the same thing too, so you can add me on there.
There you go.
It's at BSALSANCHEZ.
That's easy enough for me.
Easy peasy lemon squeezy.
Yeah, squeezing some lemons.
That's right. Where can they find the show?
If you want to find this show, and if you haven't already, go ahead and go to your browser. Go to www.thegoodtimespodcast.com, where you can find our show once again on YouTube, Spotify, SoundCloud. Sorry, I did that last week. You can find it on Apple Music, finally. And I'm also trying to get it on Amazon Music now as well.
Oh, that's a big one too.
So where else can they find us?
They can find us on Twitter. On the Twitter.
Yes, indeed, yeah.
And they can follow that at It's Good Times.
It's Good Times. And we also have a Facebook now.
Hey, what is it?
Yeah, you can just go to Facebook and look up The Good Times Podcast.
That's right. Like it, share it, subscribe it, lick it, dick it, something. Do something to it. As long as other people know about the show.
Yeah.
And as long as you guys show your support, and we very, very much thank you for it.
Seriously.
And I think that's it. So tune in next week where we'll have another jam-packed, picked, licked, and dicked episode of Good